Hello guys, I trust that you are well. So I am Nhlaka Hadebe and I'm one of the leaders in a church based in a township in Bali in Pietermaritzburg. I'm just here to tell my testimony about 2020 and what God has been doing. So everyone knows that COVID-19 took us all by surprise. It took us by a shock. And when churches had to close down, it was such a sudden shock. And there are a lot of things that we learned during this season. A lot of people lost their jobs, and a lot of people were struggling, and some were losing their loved ones. But all of a sudden, we had to come up with creative ways, to get the gospel out to the people. And one of the things that we did was we were distributing services every weekend. So we would record a service midweek and distribute a service via WhatsApp, via YouTube, via Facebook, and even deliver USBs to different homes. There was a time when we started church at home, where different families had to gather together and lead each other, in fact, towards the Lord, towards the will of the Lord. I remember that even in our community sector, because a lot of people had lost their jobs, and there was no income coming into the family, people needed food, and just the generosity of the church was so incredible. I saw probably about 300 to 400 meals being given to every family, like food parcels giving to families each and every week. And that was not just anyone, but it was anyone, in fact, just giving something at a trolley that they see at a Spar or at a Pick n Pay, and that made a lot of difference. And 2020 was the year. I know that even though some people lost their jobs, I know of a gentleman that actually found work in 2020 because he was stressed of how he was going to feed his family. Even some home group or home cells or connect groups, there's a lady that invited people. She's a hairdresser, so whenever she would do someone's hair on that Tuesday, they would invite them to their home, and as they're doing their hair, they are listening to the conversation of the gospel, and people's lives are changed. Most people actually joined that connect just through hairdressing, and you see that God has been doing amazing things in 2020. And so what we need to understand is that we need to trust God even when we don't understand. We need to trust God even when we don't get it. Some of you may think that you have lost your loved ones and it's difficult. So we need to trust God. Even when it hurts, we need to trust God. And 2020, even though it might have been difficult, but God still remains faithful. God is still infinite, and we are the finite ones. He knows when it all comes together, you will see the glory of God. And I'm really excited about that. And what we need to understand is that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they didn't just trust God because of what God could do, but even if he wouldn't take them out of the fire, they trusted God even if. So even in this season, I just want to say to us, friend, let us be thankful and say, God, we will look back in our lives, we're still alive, we're trusting you with our families, even if things don't work the way we expect them to work. But you remain God, and you know the full picture. Thank you everyone for watching, and God bless you. We love you. You're valuable and you're amazing. Amen.